we want to look at computer repair and maintenance. So what is a computer repair? First of all, before we define computer repair, we need to define what a computer is. A computer is an electronic machine that works under stored program, input, process, and output information. So what about computer repair? It is the process of identifying, diagnosing, and fixing hardware or software problems. It involves replacing faulty parts, removing malware, fixing system errors, or reinstalling software. So basically, we can be able, when we talk about the hardware, here you can see this with computer repair. We have diagnosis tools. We have the motherboard. You have mouse. You have the screen. You have the hard disk. Those are some of the hardware devices. Updating the software, that is also part of the, so fixing hardware and software problems. So when it comes to computer repair hardware, we are referring to the physical parts of the computer that you can touch and you can see, those that are tangible. So physical, both electronic and mechanical devices that make up the computer. So it consists of the internal components and external. So some of the internal components include the motherboard, the central processing unit, the random access memory, and storage devices. So motherboard is actually the main circuit board that connects all components, including the CPU, RAM, and storage devices. Central processing unit, often referred to as the brain, and it interprets and executes instruction. Then we have the RAM, temporary storage that holds data and instruction currently being used by the CPU. We have the storage devices. Then we have external devices. Some of the external devices will include the monitor, keyboard, mouse, printer, and others. We also have cooling and power supply, which is also attached to some of the devices when it comes to the hardware. So basically, software, computer software is a set of instructions that tell the computer on what to perform specific tasks, enabling the hardware to function and allow users to interact. In fact, those are non-physical items of a computer that instruct the computer on what to do and how to do it. So the intangible parts. So examples of our system software, we have application software and network software. So basically, those are some of the softwares that we have. Maybe some of the questions that you can ask yourself is what are the components of a computer hardware, what are the parts of the computer, what are the examples of hardware. That one, we are also going to look at some of those items that we have, like CPU we had already discussed, motherboard we had discussed. All those devices, keyboard. So maybe some of the hardware, computer hardware devices that you can check. You can always check the motherboard when CPU. You can check the RAM, storage, the power supply unit case, and the cooling systems. Maybe those are some of the devices that normally breakdown when it comes to the hardware devices. So another point that we need to look at is computer maintenance. So what about computer maintenance? So computer maintenance is routine task to keep the computer running smoothly and prevent future problems. They include cleaning the hardware, updating the software, backing up data, and optimizing the system performance. Okay, maybe you can look at the summary of computer maintenance. They include cleaning the hardware. Some of those is removing the dust from the keyboard and vents, clean monitor, and then check cables. You also have updating the software. Under this, we have installing the updates, updating the drivers, and then upgrade programs. And then we also have backing of data. You can back the data on external devices, or you can do what we call backup, and then backing up internal components. Then you also have running of antiviruses. You scan for malware, you remove threats, and real-time protection. Um, so you also have managing storage, deleting unnecessary files, disk cleanup, and then checking disk. So if disk is full, the system may not be able to work well. Then we have optimizing the system, like defragmentation of the disk, that is the organizing the disk, and then manage startup, and then speed up PC. Then we have also performance check that is normally performed during maintenance. So we have system diagnosis, check CPU and RAM, and testing the internet access. So basically, that is the introduction.